International partnerships thrive on balanced trade, where both sides benefit and economic flows move in both directions. This balance is the foundation of long-term trust and prosperity between nations. Yet, when we look at India and Russia's economic relationship today, it's clear that their trade has become strikingly one-sided, raising concerns for both countries. Despite decades of strong political ties and cooperation, India's imports from Russia, especially in the energy sector, have skyrocketed in recent years, with oil and coal dominating the trade. Meanwhile, Indian exports to Russia remain a fraction of what India imports, with Indian goods like pharmaceuticals, textiles, and machinery struggling to find a foothold in Russian markets. This growing imbalance has real economic consequences. It puts pressure on India's currency reserves, as more rupees flow out than come in, and it raises questions about the long-term sustainability of the partnership. Indian officials have repeatedly pushed for greater access to Russian markets, hoping to boost exports and create a more equal trading relationship. But the core issue is structural. Russia supplies the energy and resources India needs most, while Indian products face tough competition and limited demand in Russia. The result is a widening trade deficit for India, and a growing pileup of rupees in Russian accounts, which can't easily be spent or converted. If this trend continues without intervention, even the closest diplomatic friendships can be tested by economic realities, leading to frustration and mistrust. Recognizing these risks, both governments now acknowledge the urgent need for a new approach, one that fosters mutual benefit, encourages innovation, and reduces dependence on a single sector. Understanding the roots of this imbalance is crucial, as it sets the stage for the major policy shifts and new strategies that are now beginning to reshape India-Russia trade for the future. The trade imbalance is driven by one word: oil. After 2022, India ramped up imports of discounted Russian crude, shielding its economy from global shocks, but skewing trade figures. This strategic move allowed India to maintain a steady supply of energy, crucial for its growing economy, but it also created a significant trade imbalance. In 2023-24, India's imports from Russia hit $61 billion, while exports to Russia were just $4 billion, a $57 billion deficit. This massive gap underscores the one-sided nature of the trade relationship, heavily favoring Russian exports. The relationship became less a partnership, more a customer-supplier dynamic. India found itself increasingly dependent on Russian oil, while Russia saw India as a reliable market for its crude. Sanctions forced most transactions into rupees, leaving Russia with billions it couldn't easily spend. This created a financial bottleneck, complicating the economic interactions between the two nations. This stranded capital exposed the limits of the rupee-ruble mechanism and highlighted the need for a broader, more balanced economic relationship. The current system was unsustainable and required urgent reforms. Even President Putin noted the irony. Russia trades nearly as much with tiny Belarus as with India. This comparison emphasized the need for India to diversify its trade portfolio and reduce its over-reliance on Russian oil. The oil trade served its purpose, but now both sides need new engines for growth. Diversifying into other sectors like technology, manufacturing, and services could provide a more balanced and sustainable economic relationship. The time has come to diversify and rebalance. Both nations must look beyond oil to build a more resilient and mutually beneficial economic partnership. The breakthrough came on October 2, 2025, when President Putin, at the Valdai Forum, ordered his government to address the trade imbalance with India. This was a direct, actionable command. No more vague promises. Putin targeted two sectors for increased Russian imports: Indian agriculture and pharmaceuticals. For India, a global leader in both, this was the long-awaited opening. The move wasn't just goodwill, it was strategic, aiming to recycle rupees from oil sales back into Indian goods. This pivot signals Russia's commitment to a true economic partnership, not just resource sales. By opening its markets, Russia is inviting India to become a full economic partner, not just a customer. It's a step toward putting economic ties on par with the country's strong political and defense relationship. Putin's directive was perfectly timed, ahead of the 15th anniversary of the Special and Privileged Strategic Partnership and his upcoming summit with Prime Minister Modi. By addressing India's top economic concern, Putin sets a positive tone for both events, shifting the focus from problems to new opportunities. He praised Modi's independent foreign policy and India's resilience under pressure, reinforcing the trust and personal rapport between the leaders. This blend of strategic alignment and personal chemistry is the hallmark of modern India-Russia ties. By tackling the trade imbalance, Putin ensures the partnership remains strong, forward-looking, and free of economic friction. Russia's policy shift directly benefits two pillars of India's economy: agriculture and pharmaceuticals. These sectors have long been the backbone of rural livelihoods and urban innovation. But now, a new opportunity is emerging on the global stage. For Indian farmers, gaining access to the vast Russian market means not just better prices for their produce, but also a chance to expand their reach beyond traditional buyers. This new demand brings stability and predictability, potentially transforming rural livelihoods and encouraging more investment in modern farming techniques. For the pharmaceutical sector, already a global leader in affordable medicines, Russia's growing demand offers crucial diversification at a time when Western markets are becoming more competitive and regulated. This shift opens new avenues for Indian pharma exports, allowing companies to tap into a market eager for reliable, cost-effective solutions. But this isn't just about finding new customers. It's about forging a strategic alignment between two major economies, building trust and long-term cooperation. Russia needs a steady supply of quality food and essential medicines, and India is uniquely positioned to deliver both at scale. The Indian government now has a clear mandate to help exporters meet Russian standards, streamline logistics, and ensure that Indian goods arrive efficiently and safely. The ripple effects are significant: more jobs in rural and urban areas, higher incomes for families, and a stronger foundation for local communities. There's also a boost to research and innovation in pharma, as companies invest in new products and technologies to meet Russian needs. Putin's directive is more than a quick trade fix. It's a catalyst for India's economic growth, driving progress across multiple sectors. It gives Indian industries a global stage, a reliable partner in Russia, and a chance to showcase their strengths to the world. Fixing the trade imbalance is just the start. Both nations want a partnership beyond oil and agriculture. Russia aims to export more to India: sunflower oil, chemicals, machinery, and more, making the rupee-ruble system truly functional. A two-way flow of goods strengthens both economies and reduces reliance on the US dollar. The future also lies in high-tech collaboration, AI, space, biotech, and green energy. A joint Russia-India Innovation Fund is on the table, signaling a shift from commodities to cutting-edge solutions. For India, this partnership balances its global ties. For Russia, it's a pillar of its Eurasian vision. The current trade move is a step toward a comprehensive, resilient, and strategic alliance. The goal, a partnership fit for the 21st century. Optimism is high, but challenges remain, especially Western sanctions on Russia. Indian exporters worry about secondary sanctions, making them hesitant to fully embrace the Russian market. The Indian government has backed its oil refiners. Similar support is needed for farmers and pharma exporters. Practical solutions are key: insulated financial channels, insurance, and robust payment systems. Logistics matter too. Efficient shipping routes like the North-South corridor are essential. Both sides must integrate markets, align standards, and connect buyers and sellers. Russian consumers need to discover Indian products, and Indian exporters must learn Russian preferences. Overcoming these hurdles requires government and private sector teamwork. Turning high-level vision into commercial reality is the next big test. Putin's directive marks a new chapter in India-Russia relations, one of balanced, comprehensive economic synergy. For India, it's a chance to close the trade gap, boost core industries, and create jobs. The move strengthens India's global standing and strategic autonomy. If logistical and financial hurdles are overcome, trade could rapidly diversify and the rupee-ruble model could inspire others. High-tech collaboration could redefine the partnership for the future. This is more than a trade deal. It's a reaffirmation of a time-tested friendship, evolving for a new era. The Diwali gift is an investment in shared prosperity and a multipolar world order.